Hello, 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 everyone. I'm sending out socials. How we doing today? How are we doing today? Chat. Going over to... Why is my Minecraft so small? That's odd. That's quite odd. Well, we have Minecraft open. We're doing single player. We're going into the Daybreak 11. Our most successful Daybreak playthrough yet. Hi, Fire Goddess! How are we doing today? I've got a story for you guys chat today. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I mean, I did kind of for like 5 seconds. I wasn't feeling too hot. I have a story. So I've been playing on the public server of the Nocturnal SMP, which is a fun little server. Essentially, the rules on that server are during the day. The day is half as long on the Nocturnal SMP, and night is twice as long. And during the day, the game is set to easy mode, and during the night, it becomes hard mode, and PvP becomes enabled. In that server, the admins fill the role of sort of gods of a sort. They have power, so they're an op and they like to mess with the players. So in the server, I have taken to calling them gods. I built a temple to them and such. And in response to that, I have left them offerings and such, and they have given me gifts, including god-tier armor and a quest to complete in the server. So they told me if I crafted 18 gold swords out of nether gold ore. So I had to get silk touch on a diamond pick so that I could silk touch the ore in the nether and then smelt it and craft 18 swords out of it. Then, using a blast furnace, melt those swords down into nuggets, and use those nuggets to craft 2 gold bars to craft 1 final sword. They would make me a blade called the Blade of Light. Which, while holding it, essentially light would follow me. It's like holding a torch. And it essentially has Smite 5 and Fire aspect. And it had some fun lore, too. I think I'll put a picture up on screen. If I can. Add image. I'm just going to call this image. Browse. Screenshots. Give me a moment while I pull this up, chat. This might be it. Is this it? Yeah. So that's 152. So I go back to OBS. I'll open that. Okay. It's just sort of covering my screen, but this is what the weapon was. I had diamond armor before then. They gave me the netherite god tier armor later. But the Blade of Light was a gold sword. It was cool. It had a unique enchantment called Daybreak on it, which was the light follows me around. It did extra damage to undead because sunlight. And it's a unique item in the server. I'm the only one who has it. But this is, of course, painted a small target on my back, because not a lot of people want it, because it's not very good for PvP. Only does gold sword damage. But some people want it. And I might, make a video about it on my YouTube channel later. If I ever become good at editing videos, that is. Mostly I just stream, and that's what I have the capability of doing. So today we are expanding the mining operation we have here on Daybreak. If that wasn't clear by all this digging I'm doing. We're going to be digging out 4 tunnels going in various directions. I don't know why they're 5 wide instead of 3 wide. I've just sort of decided that they are. But yeah, on the Nocturnal SMP public server, some of the gods are kind and benevolent, some of the admins, I mean. So whenever I say gods, I'm going to be referring to the admins of the server, just for simplicity's sake. Some of the gods on the server are kind and benevolent, and then you've got some gods who are beings of chaos and destruction who demand much more tribute than the others do. One is the god of Cain's fried chicken. He just wants me to make a chicken farm and give him cooked chicken. Then there's the god of chaos and destruction who wants all of my best loot. Should I make a storage room down here, chat? I think I should. Once the cobble becomes too much, I will. We've got 4 viewers. Wow, I think that's a record for me. Just in case you haven't, make sure to check the follow button and follow if you enjoy. If you don't, who's gonna judge you? Me? Probably not. I do have a goal. If I reach 16 subs, I'm currently at 14, I believe, I will do a stream of me walking from the end of Lastwood in Krysalis in Wizard 101 all the way to the Shadow Palace with the minus 80% speed mount, the ball and chain. So if you want to watch that, don't forget to follow. Is this water purified? Yeah. And please, chat. Speak to me. Tell me your stories. Because, believe it or not, but having people talking is good for the system, I guess. Should I dig deeper? Should I make the main tunnel bore that goes down deeper? Probably. But right now I'm just digging out these 4 tunnels. I'm kind of scared because I know the ocean goes deep. Or not the ocean, but the rivers in the desert go deep. And I'm afraid that we might dig into one. I really hope we manage to find iron, but I don't know if we will. We found a lot of copper, we found a good bit of coal. But no iron yet. We might not be deep enough for iron, is that it? Oh no! It's okay, I have more pickaxes. Hi! Nice to see you again, Twi-Fi Online. How you doing? Wow, 6 viewers? Wow. How's it going, everyone? How is it going? I also have a team of sort of, I guess you'd call them cultists or something, in the Nocturnal SMP public server, who we all raid structures, generate resources, and devote those resources to the server admins, who I refer to as gods. Because that's how they act. I don't mean, like, modern gods, I mean, like, Greek classical gods. Ones that'll turn you into a frog if you so much as look at them funny. I feel like this might be a good way to go. I'm trying to think of things to say. Well, first off, 6 viewers, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all. If you're new to Daybreak Hardcore, the general premise is the sun is a deadly laser. I don't know if that phrase is copyrighted. Maybe I shouldn't use it too much. If I go up on the surface of the world, up this ladder, I'll sort of show you the general, what the world looks like. The entire world is a desert, for one, so trees are rare. Is common use? I'm good? Yay. The sun is, in fact, a deadly oh, it's night out! This is why I need a clock. This is why I need a clock. So badly. This is our main sort of building here, the forge, which I am calling the solar forge for right now. We have a little overhang that goes into the water, because during the day it's kind of safe to be in the water. I'd say it's safe to be in the water. And at night we can't go on land, because if we're on land, we fry. The sun burns anything that it touches, with the exceptions of what I've coded in being rabbits, villagers, and camels. But everything else burns. Rabbits, villagers, and camels because we're gonna need villagers. Camels because, I don't know, makes sense they'd be the sort of creature you'd see in a barren desert world. And rabbits because I need a food source. We've also changed some recipes up, chat. For instance, before we found the seed we're currently using, it was a long walk to the nearest village, so I added a crafting recipe that let us make 1 oak wood plank for 4 sticks, so that I could punch some dead bushes to get some wood. And I changed the rabbit stew recipe so that instead of taking carrots and potatoes, it takes sugar and cactus. Because carrots and potatoes don't spawn in desert villages, which are the only types of village we can get. So instead it takes cactus and sugar. And I did say that the follower goal after current follower goal will be I will make some of the Daybreak rabbit stew IRL. I'll find some edible cactus. We'll make sort of a sweet rabbit stock base and add some cactus. That's the only recipe we've changed significantly. It was just so that I could make things a bit more feasible. I haven't actually made it yet. I've talked this to you about you, Fire Goddess. I've told you about rabbit cactus stew. And when I was talking about it, I'll make it once I have 22 subs. Or 32 subs? 32 subs. Not subs, I mean followers. My doing all the YouTubing I've been doing lately is making my brain think on YouTube levels. You're excited about the rabbit cactus stew. It's either going to taste delicious or it's going to taste horrible. And I don't know which. Another unique trait about the Daybreak Hardcore series is you'll see a lot of places water is taken up where it would normally create an infinite source. Water doesn't do that in Daybreak. In Daybreak, water is a limited resource. And has a chance to be dirty when I collect it, so I need to purify it. So we've got 3 bottles of dirty water that we're gonna go... I might add beetroot to the recipe just because we're farming it, and it's a thing we can farm. I thought cactus and sugarcane would be it. But we have multiple things going on. I am going to put some of this cobblestone in the chest. We're going to need to find a use for the cobblestone. And copper. Probably if I made a copper block, it'd be so hot outside I could use it as like a campfire, theoretically. Unfortunately, that's not how the game works. And don't forget about the rabbit cactus stew. It's not just rabbit cactus stew, it's sweetened rabbit cactus stew. With genuine cane sugar. Which I will have to buy. I feel like there should be a way to turn beetroot into sugar in Minecraft, because beet sugar is a thing. Oh no, my pickaxe broke. I can probably make some more pickaxes when I go back up. I'm just gathering some coal so that I can purify the water. Another big problem that's been happening in the public SMP I'm playing in is there's an awful lot of item duping and X-raying going on, which has led to the admins doing a sort of crusade. And it's real interesting. Lots of stuff's going on there. Cheaters do never prosper, except for when they do, in which case it's very sad. A big problem is one of the biggest cheaters on the server has some way of knowing when an admin's watching him in Vanish, so the admins have no proof he's actually cheating, and none of the other players have caught him doing it either. However, he has so many sets of gear that have like just the perfect enchantments in the perfect order that it has to be duped, because he's got sashes all over the world and people keep finding them, and it's causing a lot of problems. Meanwhile, I'd say it's causing a lot of problems, but then there's me, and I have like 5 sets of God Netherite armor too, but that's because the admins gave them to me, because I have been a loyal follower of their faith. Fills my inventory with pickaxes. Let's purify some water. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to remain faceless when I cook the stew. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a mask and, like, a cloak. And I really want the cloak to be white, but, that has certain symbolism I don't like. But the idea behind the white cloak is, like, in deserts, you want white cloak. Because it reflects sunlight and keeps you cool. But a mask and a cloak. I'm not talking like a face mask and glasses, I'm talking like a full, sort of like a... what's the term for it? Like a welding mask, but made out of, like, fake gold. But it'll also have to be something I can cook it. Or, alternatively, I can set up my camera so that it's first person, so you don't actually see me. That'll probably be cheaper. It's like a point of view you're cooking Daybreak rabbit stew. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but it's in the future, because I don't have close to 36 subs yet. We've got our water on to purify. I need to make like a double boiler furnace so that I can automatically fully purify water. But first I need to get more iron. The mask is the best idea. So my current follower goal is 16 followers. And once I get 16 followers, I will, on Wizard 101, I'll go to the final world of the second storyline, Chrysalis, which is known for being one of the longest worlds in the game. I will equip a minus 60% speed mount called the Ball and Chain and walk from one end of the world all the way to the other end of the world, and in the middle of there's a dungeon, which I'll have to do. And that's the 16 follower goal, and then when we double 16 followers and get 32 followers, I will cook the Daybreak rabbit stew. $32 followers to cook the stew, yeah. If you want to get your friends to sub, please tell them about me. I do ask you don't use any follower buying service on my behalf. I would hate it if you did that, because that can get caught by Twitch and YouTube and get people banned. And I want all my followers legitimately. So, but if you do have friends, let them know. I'm also thinking I might make a Discord once I reach my 16 follower goal. I already have one in the works. It's just, I don't know that many people personally that would make good moderators. I don't think, that also have the time to moderate a Discord server for a streamer. And I'm just like, no offense, Fire Goddess, but I don't know about, like, I don't know anything about you other than then you're one of my most loyal followers. Really, the extent I know is you tune in on streams and enjoy my content. And so, it's not that I don't think you'd be a good moderator, it's that being a moderator is a big time commitment. And, it's just, I'd prefer someone I know better, but, if I make a Discord, I'll definitely consider you for being a moderator. I mean, you don't say any outlandish stuff in chat, so you should be good. I am a small creator, but, like, I know how small creators can blow up overnight. I've seen it happen to multiple friends of mine, so... Yes! Yes, you, the head moderator of my Wizard 101 guild, say very outlandish things. I would ask you to moderate my thing, but that's why I said who also have the time. If you'd love to support me wherever you can, I do have a Patreon as well, but I understand that that is money, and you may not have that particular resource. Wave Tamer 77, thank you for first time chat. You would never say anything outlandish? This is my first time speaking to you, I believe. Unless you're from one of the Minecraft servers I've been playing on. I can throw out the sand. And I can throw out what's something that I don't need here. Beetroot seeds. But hello, Wave Tamer 77. You followed... How many followers do I have right now? I am 1 follower away from, my sub goal. Wow. Wow! That would be real great if I could get my sub goal this stream. I know there are a lot of people who know me who haven't followed yet, but I'm always hesitant about asking people, hey, can you go follow me on said platform? Because, asking people to view me is one thing. Asking people to follow, I have different feelings about entirely. But I probably should. I'm adding these beams so I can have somewhere to put torches. It was getting dark. Thought that was gold ore for a second. I was like, wait, gold? I might potentially give a tour of my base in the public server at some point. Thing is, just by how a place looks, I've known people to hunt down a base like that, just by how a base looks, so I'm hesitant to show my base on stream at all. Especially because it's very fast and... Especially it's not a strict rule server. The only real rules are don't cheat. So, and the owner of the server has described it as a sort of 2B2T-esque, except for minus hacking. So, it's gonna be interesting, chat. Also, I've been thinking, once I get that mask, I might do more real life streams. Because, you know, I play a lot of board games, and I'm thinking I might stream playing some of those board games once I get, like, a face covering of some sort. Hi, Frost! How you doing? Oh, God. Oh, God, do I have to do that now? Okay. Okay, we've met the follower goal. We've met the follower goal. Let me save and quit to the title. I'm gonna do the thing, chat. I'm gonna do the follower goal thing. We're switching scenes for a moment while I open up Wizard 101. I met the follower goal this stream. Wow. I'm opening up Wizard 101. And I'm gonna do... This is gonna take me a while, chat. This is gonna be a long stream. Let me update my follower goal. Edit stream... That's edit stream info. Manage goals. Here we go. Start new goal. 32 followers. Description. Soup time. Start goal. So we're loading up Wizard 101. I met the followers goal. This is gonna be... So my follower goal was... I was going to walk through Chrysalis. I need to also update my stream information. So let's get off category. Let's get Wizard 101. Burp, 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 burp. Let's remove the tags. Let's change the title. Follower goal met. Walking through Chrysalis. I don't know how to spell Chrysalis. Okay, so I don't know how to spell Chrysalis, and it's annoying me. Wizards is taking a while to load up. I know it's my favorite world, and I don't know how to spell it. 'Cause, like, it's Chrysalis, but spelled really weird. I spelled it like I normally spell it. So, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to load up, I'm going to hop on my max level, I'm going to go to Chrysalis, I'm going to equip the ball and chain mount, and then we're just going to walk from one end of the world to the other end of the world. And if we get into any combats, we cannot flee the combat, we have to fight it. This is gonna be a blast. And by a blast, I mean watching paint dry. Actually, that might be more fun for some people. I mean, it's gonna be fun for me. I get to tell you about Chrysalis. So my next goal is I'm gonna make some Daybreak soup. I just want to say to my guildmates, who are watching, sorry I haven't been around lately. It's been a hectic few days. I went to a birthday party for a close friend yesterday, so I couldn't make it to the guild event that day. And day before, my dad and I were playing a board game, which resulted in me streaming late as well. So, many apologies to my guildies. Okay, Wizard 101's loading up. I've recently changed my stitch, so I hope y'all like my new stitch. We're going to full screen off. I think it's 3. There we go. And now we go to OBS, and we go to scene 3? Is it 3? No, scene 2. Hello, chat. We are going to walk through Chrysalis. This is not going to be the mount for most of this. So, I've been playing the Skyrim adventure board game, and I've come to some shocking realizations about the lore of Skyrim that I'm going to share with you for a moment. According to the Skyrim adventure board game, The Civil War in Skyrim was not actually a Thalmor plot, but actually was a plot by the Houses of Morrowind. You love the Stitch? Thank you. I recently realized that since I'm all universal stats, I don't have to be Shadow, and I can be every school. So this is my every school look. Where is the Lastwood teleport? Is this the Lastwood teleport? Yes. So Lastwood, we go this way. Where's the... What's the finally exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark? I am now universal. I am no longer a Shadow Maid. And to prove it, I have every Divine spell in my deck. We are going to beat... When we get into fights in Chrysalis, we are going to do Divine. I haven't replaced my Hematite jewels with... Universal jewels yet, but I intend to. Long walk time, entire story of Chrysalis time. Let's go. I'm not quite at the end of the last wood yet. The end of the last wood is in this little camp area. Over here is the spot that takes the longest to walk from. So we're going to equip the ball and chain and start walking. You can see the definite speed decrease instantaneously. We are walking slow. So Chrysalis. Once upon a time, before the sundering of the First World, Chrysalis was sort of the nest of Grandfather Spider, with all the primordial bugs and rodents that live there. Yes, story time. Story time. We're learning the lore of Chrysalis. Many years pass, the sundering of the First World happened. Well, actually, it was the nest of Grandfather Spider. Then, when the Titans began fighting, and Grandfather Spider's wife, Grandmother Raven, got angry at him and blamed him for their children fighting amongst each other. The Titans tore the world apart, and Grandmother Raven, along with Grandfather Tree, managed to weave the spiral back together. Yeah, Grandfather Spider has a wife. Known as Grandmother Raven, also known as the narrator of the game for a very long while. She died recently, her voice actor did, which is sad. Actually, not that recently. It's been a few years, hasn't it? And their three children are the primordial deities of the elemental schools, fire, ice, and storm. Yeah, the voice actor died. It was sad. It was a sad day for everyone who's a big fan of Wizard 101. I forget what she died from, but I'm not gonna linger on it too much. If we want, we can have a moment of silence for the Grandmother Raven VA. Okay. So, Grandmother Raven blamed Grandfather Spider for the War of the Titans, and she trapped him in a pit in Chrysalis and sealed it away with a spell that could only be undone by a chosen hero of Bartleby. Many years passed, and 4 major civilizations... Yeah, she also, during those moments, tore out his heart. He survived, don't worry. But she tore out his heart and used it as the backbeat for the Song of Creation, which is what made the spiral what it was. So, Grandfather Spider sealed, multiple civilizations arose in Chrysalis. You had the Burrowers, which spanned most of Chrysalis. Primarily, however, they were on this half here. Their capital city was Bastion. They also settled in Lastwood, and they also had a city in the middle of the Starfalled Sea called the Radiant Alcazar. Burrowers were practitioners of the astral schools of magic. They practiced sun magic in the solar arc in Konda Desert. They practiced moon magic in the... what's it called? In the Moon Cliffs. And they practiced star magic from the Radiant Alcazar. They were very talented in astral magic. Then you also had the Mantis Society, the Bumbler Society, and the Arachna Society. Most other societies in Chrysalis are a result of Morganth's intervention, with the exception of the Hundred-Leggers. And these societies maintained a relative peace for quite some time. Until, actually very recently in the Wizard 101 timeline, Morganth arrived in Chrysalis. She trained with the Burrowers, trying to master astral magic, but never quite got the hang of it, and this caused her to lash out. Eventually, she found Grandfather Spider's prison, and he lured her and tempted her with the power of shadow magic, which she was quite skilled at. She then used shadow magic to take control of the Arachna, and used it to transmute and transform a lot of the races and insects of Chrysalis. In the time Morganth ruled, she turned the Bumblers into a militaristic Yellow Jacket people. She caused the Mantises a lot of trouble, and the Burrowers, who she failed in practicing, who failed in teaching her astral magic, from her perspective, the Burrowers she hated the most, and she turned them to crystal. When the player character first arrives in the former Burrower capital, Bastion, I'm trying to think of the word for it. The Burrowers there are all crystal statues. And through a long series of quests, the wizard manages to free the burrowers in Bastion in the Silent Market. But Morganth also caused other drastic changes to the ecosphere of Chrysalis. She drove it from a fairly peaceful place into a very militaristic place. It used to be the burrowers had their lands, the Arachna had their lands, the bumblers had their lands, the mantises had their lands, but now it was all thrown into chaos and disarray. All was Morganth's now, and if you did not abide by Morganth's rules, you were likely in a lot of trouble. It's been a while since I've recalled the plot of Chrysalis, but big thing in Chrysalis is the first thing you need to do is you need to free the burrowers from Crystal. That's the first big task. Next, Morganth had transformed the Queen of the Bumblers into a villainous, aggressive, hornet-like creature called the Broodmother. And the Broodmother was leading the Bumblers in a war against the Burrowers. And aided by the Burrowers, you were to seek out a cure for the Broodmother. This led you to find a tear-shaped crystal, I believe? And this tear-shaped crystal was then crafted into a crown for the Broodmother that, when placed on her, turned her into her original form, Queen Sabina. Realizing what she had done... Oh, and while you're fighting the Broodmother in an attempt to put the crown on her, she stings, essentially your main follower for most of the world, Divin, and he becomes deathly ill. When you cure her, she realizes what she'd done, and she manages to cure him, but he almost died in the process. After dealing with the burrowers in Bastion and Lastwood, as well as curing the bumblers in the Mooncliffs, the wizard then set their eyes to crossing the Starfall Sea to face Morganth one-on-one. However, in order to cross the Starfall Sea, the wizard needed to first cross the... Words are escaping me. I hate it. The wizard had to first cross Tyrian Gorge and Fort Rakius. Fort Rakius is the biggest military installation in Chrysalis. It's sort of Morganth's headquarters, if you will. Well, it's not her headquarters, but it's where her military operates from. In the journey of passing through Tyrian Gorge into Fort Rakius, the wizard encountered a rat named Captain Coolridge, whose crew died here. It turned out this rat was the one who brought Morganth to Chrysalis in the first place. The rat was under the influence of Grandfather Spider and was leaving Chrysalis and bringing wizards back in a hope to find the Chosen of Bartleby so that he could free Grandfather Spider. This got to Morganth's head a bit. Morganth believed she was the Chosen, and actually she didn't believe Grandfather Spider needed freeing. She believed she was the end goal. And the prophecy Grandfather Spider wrote about himself applied to her. And that prophecy was this. Well, the part of it she knew at least was this. The mirror will break, the sky will fall. Wait, no. The mirror will break, the horn will call, from the shadows I strike, and the sky will fall. And while, yes, parts of those prophecy lines do apply to her, she is not the person the prophecy was about. It was actually about Grandfather Spider. You see, the prophecy in whole was this. Sky and land are danced as one around this tree of magic's shade. Spider and Raven played across the heavens and battled across the land. Spider locked away in deepest... Spider was locked away in deepest hole. I need to pull this up. Give me a moment. Give me the briefest of seconds. The Great Prophecy. Wizard 101. The Grand Prophecy, sorry. Sky and land are danced as one around the tree of magic's shade. 1,000 years, 1,000 more. Memories of love and fury played. Raven and Spider played across the sky and battled throughout the land. Spider fell into the deepest hole, locked away by Raven's hand. Spider roared and thrashed against the heavens, and finally fell into a sleep. His dreams made twisting shadow things, sowing chaos to one day reap. A candle flickers across the night, a child sailing the shadow sea. The spiral bends and twists and whirls, bringing the Chosen back to me. Now the Chosen, Morganth assumes, is her, when in actuality it is the wizard. The mirror will break, the horn will call. From the shadows I strike, and the skies will fall. This line, while does dictate a lot of what happens throughout Arc 2, actually is about the fall of Morganth. You see, in Morganth's her final battle, she loses control of shadow magic. And the panel beneath her, which looks like the sky, shatters and she falls into it. Thus, the sky is falling. I don't know how the rest applies to Chrysalis and Grandfather Spider, but I'm sure the devs know more about that. But it's implied that Morganth misinterpreted the prophecy heavily. Then the next line is the shadow web hums and stretches beyond the stars, touching all the spiral of Spider's welcoming arms. I should really memorize that, shouldn't I, chat? If I'm going to quote it so much. I just want to point out we're almost at the halfway point of Chrysalis. I'm not trying to type anything. So, Taylor Coleridge, the mouse, or the rat, teaches the wizard of the ways of the great beast, which we can see over there, and we're about to go through the quest of it. The wizard also helps Coleridge redeem himself with his fallen crew, who was killed by Morganth. And the wizard also thwarts Morganth's strategies multiple times throughout his travels to get to this point. Now, once you reach the Great Beast, your goal isn't actually to cross the Starfall Sea, but rather to go to the Radiant Alcazar and learn star magic to better oppose Morganth. However, before that could happen, the wizard had to climb the Tower of the Moon, which was corrupted by Shadow. And in climbing the Tower of the Moon, I have to do this! This is the only way to cross the Starfall Sea. Believe it or not, there's not another way to walk there.
Listen close.
I'm gonna skip the dialogue, though. Float. Yes, I'll float across the most deadly sea in the spiral.
You touch the altimeter and imagine yourself going down.
I got this, Robert, times 3. Magically teleport. That negates the whole point of the challenge.
Quickly now.
Use a cantrip. There isn't a cantrip that just crosses the Starfall Sea. See my cantrips. See my teleportation cantrips. No crossing the Starfall Sea. Create one. Yes, let me just mod Wizard 101 real quick.
Good. I think that was when
this is the altimeter.
You touch the altimeter and force the Great Beast to rise.
I've done this quest 1,000 times.
But he obeys.
It's not a problem. And you get to see me fight some white razors with... I'm actually not gonna use the Divim spells. Actually, do you guys want to see the Divim spells? Do you want to see me Divim them? Or do you want me to just get through this as fast as I can? Which do you want? Should I just go through this as fast? Divin them? I will divin them. So I need 2 copies of each. So Deer Mouse Trap, White Heart Fire, Revolutionary Strike, Elemental Blade, let's do this. So let's open with a Balance Blade. I forgot the wrong deck. This might just be a massacre, guys. Okay, now let's Deer Mouse Trap. The main man Divim, the main character of Krysalis here. This might just kill. It does not. Of course it does not. I know, a rare Wiz stream! I hit my follower goal, so I'm fulfilling what I promised to do on my follower goal. Which, was... So I need to switch to fire. I promised I would walk from one end of Krysalis to the other. while using the ball and chain. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm only doing fights with Dvin. I might change things up if I find this too unbearable. But so far it's not going too bad. What gear is that? So you know how you said nice stitch? I haven't actually stitched it yet. Actually, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I am doing it with no gear except for a ring and FM. Atem? Athame? However you pronounce it. It's not Stitch. No, I don't have the crowns to stitch it right now. Frost is having a panic attack. How could I? Listen, I intend to stitch it. I wasn't expecting to do this today. Yes, I did. And I will win. Fire Goddess, don't worry. These are my guildies. They can bully me as much as they want. It's fine. Heck, I'd hop on the chat with them right now, potentially, if they were in one. Which they don't seem to be. I need to switch this to Storm. Did they resurrect that dude? They resurrected that dude. Oh god. If I die here, I'm switching out my gear. I do hope I got this. I'm switching out my gear and freeze raying them, though, if I fail this. You're soloing Veg? Frost, yell at him, not me. This is an easy dungeon, at least. Every death I have to redo the walk from Lastwood? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Oh god, I don't have the cards for this. That heal killed me. Okay, that's fair. You can't yell at your badge, buddy. You'll sub to my Patreon if I do it. Okay, fine. I'll re-walk from Lastwood if you sub to my Patreon. Oh god. Oh god, the chaos. The chaos. I don't think I'll survive this, chat. Cynic, It wasn't Cynic who did it. It was Wave Tamer. Wave Tamer offered me cold hard cash. Although, I don't know, I'm debating, is the time investment worth? Because the amount of time it took me to get here in the first place, you know what, nah, I don't need the I don't need the money that badly. I don't need the money that badly. Oh god. Oh. This is chaos. Should I make my follower goal appear in the corner of my screen? I used to have it do that. It doesn't do that anymore. Oh yeah. I can't flee. It's not allowed. So I just have to hope this works. And yes, I do love krysalis. That's why this is a follower goal in the first place. I do got some loyal followers. It's true. Fire Goddess here tunes in for almost every stream. It's great. I love having loyal followers. Cynic over here be like, crabs. But I'm not dead yet. The crabs aren't dancing on my corpse yet. Oh god. God. Why is this? I need to set this to fire. Okay. I wasn't expecting to do this today. I wasn't expecting to hit the follower goal. I did though, which is great. I have 16 followers now. I think I'm gonna make every... Can I not flee? I told you guys I wasn't fleeing. I might when I run out of cards though. You're good, Frost, don't worry. Yo, that killed it. As long as the other guy didn't heal, that I'm still gone. I'm out of cards. I'm fleeing. I'm fleeing. Oh, goodness. I'm out of potions. I was not prepared for this in the slightest. How about this? Every time I flee, I walk back from last wall. From Bastion. I'll walk back from Bastion, not from Lastwood. I do need a potion. Do I have the gold for a potion? Yeah, I have the gold for a potion. Let me, lumber my way over to the World Gate. I'm probably not. I'm probably gonna dungeon recall back. I'm just not unequipping this, because it's... Where is the Arcanum? There we go. For the love of all things hope. I will recall back. But first, let me equip some gear. Where is... Burrower's Thaumaturgy Hood. Burrower's Thaumaturgy Robe. Burrower's Thaumaturgy Boots. Thaumaturge's Mystic Sphere. Let's equip the Burrower's Thaumaturgy Amulet. Let's equip a proper deck too. Burrower's Thaumaturgy deck. And we're gonna equip a short but effective combo of spells. Where is Freeze Ray? Let's add 2 copies of that. Let's add 2 copies of Epic. Let's add a Sharpened Blade, and let's add 2 copies of Ice Blade. Wait, there is? There's a button? Which button is that? I don't see that. You can't see this, but I'm facepalming right now. I swear. Okay, we've recalled back. Defeat White Razor. Fling myself? What do you mean? What does fling yourself mean? I don't know what it means. Like, just toss myself off a cliff? I'd rather not. I mean, I can in Minecraft. But that ended the hardcore series. That's a lot simpler.
White razors! Flee! Buzz!
I'm still wearing a thematic outfit. Yay.
White.
Okay, now let's use the altimeter.
You use the altimeter, guiding the great beast to swim below the surface.
I hate how I have to go back and talk to him each time.
You inspect the Oceana crystal. And
Like, I've
purge the atomic.
piloted this great beast more times than he has, I think. Like, from a lore perspective.
You got.
Why would I fling myself? I don't know. These guys really want to fling myself. Really good needles. Don't fling. Ugh. Well, I technically am currently laying on elevated furniture. So I could theoretically just jump off my, my loft couch, but, like, I'd rather not. He's soloing it, Cynic. Oh wait, Cynic can't hear me. Yikes. Okay. I have a strong feeling that we have... Oh, you can! You have a watching without audio tag on you. Did you know that?
Whirly kicks.
Through the altimeter, you can sense how violent the storm is getting. It
Okay,
takes much more
altimeter,
effort to
talk
get
to Taylor Coleridge, use the Mundana Stone. If you had your own great beast, would you be good at piloting it? Cynic, are you my single viewer that's
You do your
always
best
here?
to keep the crystals and stones in harmony. It takes a great deal of... All of a sudden, all of the crystals and stones start a cacophonous ringing.
Why won't it let me interact with this man? How far do I need to back up?
He got.
Oh, now we have to fight the deep spawn? Rats.
The altimeter shudders, and as the way opens, you can hear a skittering of claws on scales, and the dissonant call and response of the deep spawn.
Oh, gotta love a Lovecraft reference in my kids' game. Although at this point, you have multiple accounts you use to lurk. Cool. How many viewers we got? We still got 6 viewers. Well, thank you all for being here. This is my most successful stream to date. I have one viewer more consistent than... So, Frost, you also stream on Twitch. I want to ask you a question so I can figure something out. Generally, when I start a stream, about 5 seconds after starting, I get one viewer. And that one viewer remains consistently from start to end whenever I stream. I don't think they've followed. I'm wondering if, like, is that, like, me? Is it registering me being in the stream manager? Is that what it's doing? I need to know. That's not a person? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Because I can't find anywhere what it is. So thank you for letting me know. But why a bot be watching me? Why would someone set up a bot to watch me? I don't understand that. Oh great, minus 50% accuracy. I don't use Streamlabs, I use OBS, although it might be OBS. But thank you for letting me know what it was. This is going to be one of my longer streams. Not quite as long as the one where Disciple of Ilmasi was prattling on about his custom Skyrim game, but, you know, that is true, Cynic, that is true. AI do be secretly getting smarter these days. I've been thinking of maybe showing off the guild house in a stream at some point, but I don't know. I'd have to ask Madison about that. Yeah, so am I, Fire Goddess. Although I've known these people since before I've started streaming, kind of. I used to stream a long time ago. What? Why did that not do enough damage? Did I not... Oh, these... This might be a harder fight than I anticipated. It is exciting. It's nice to have more people. I think because of this, I've met the have 3 people chatting at one time, or have 5 people chatting at one time, have 5 people chatting at one time. That was a goal I needed to meet, which I think I have just now met in this stream. Let's see, we've got Fire Goddess, we've got Twi-Fi, we've got Cynic, we've got Frost, and we've got Wave Tamer. So, this has been a very successful stream for me. I am happy. I hate these guys. Yeah. The only thing I'm gonna need after this stream is, 50 followers. Because those were the last 2 goals I had. Get 5 people chatting at once and 50 followers. Okay, I ran out of cards. I'm gonna have to rethink this particular fight. Potion. Let's see, how can I rethink this fight? That's still my most effective spell. I can stack more blades. And if I equip the other wand... Please do not, Cynic. Well, you think that might be cool, I do not. Do I need help? I'd rather get there on my own. I'd appreciate help, but, like, I'd like my own merit to be part of it, you know? I mostly just stream as a hobby anyways. Collab when? I don't know. You want a collab? Want to make use of the Twitch guest star feature? I don't know, if we're both on the same raid, I guess we can co-op on that. If I end up streaming it. Bye, Cynic. I wouldn't mind collabing with guildies. I do much better at streaming, I'm told, when I have someone to talk to and collaborate with. Or so I'm told. So we can do that. What? What, sir? Oh my god, I've forgotten my pet. Sigh. It do be one of those nights. Fortunately, this is the last mandatory fight. I don't know, does this remove blades? I don't think it does. I think it's just minus accuracies. Can you not have the minus 15 incoming? No, you all have it. Right. Loving it. Okay, that should be enough blades. I think I should kill. I'm going to tell you guys a story about an experience I had while playing Wizard 101. One day I was playing Wizard 101 late at night. I was doing some heavy air quotes PvP while I fell asleep doing it. And in my dream I was still doing it. And then I fought an admin and they were like, "Do you want to be an actual Shadow Mage?" And I was like, "Yes." So they proceeded to give me a bunch of items that gave me a bunch of like monster-only shadow versions of spells. However, they revealed that I didn't know they were an admin at the time, so I thought they hacked them in. I was terrified of being found out by an admin.
Eternal lie.
So, like, I spent all this time concealing these items from the admins when the admins gave it to me, and it was a nice little Wizard 101 dream I had. Or, not nice, but you know what I
Raise
mean.
the altimeter down again, and the great beast gracefully follows you.
And when I woke up,
Well, as gracefully
I
as
was
it can.
still in queue.
It's time.
Alright, put my pet on. Right, put my pet on. Where is my pet? Where be... Sorry, I've recently... Is that Governor Shadow? Yes, that's Governor Shadow.
You focus your...
There we go. And we should be... Yep, we're here. That was the last mandatory fight of the run, so the rest we should be able to evade unless we get pulled. And I did say if I get pulled, I will do the fight, so keep that in mind. While it would be faster, theoretically, to just go through the middle, this avoids being pulled by the storm elementals. Ooh, scrap iron. In this particular area, there's a little quest line about facing the constellations. Fortunately, this particular bit, the Radiant Alcazar, isn't that long in just walking through Chrysalis. I'm sorry, they don't let me keep my mount indoors, so I'm not that slow here. But we are officially in the Mantis city of Sardonyx now. Now, just let me look at the map, see what the fastest way is. That's the fastest way. And they also gave me the developer item, the One Ring, in that dream. It was a weird dream. If you ever want some nice chrysalis furniture, this is the person to go to. They've got Bumbler, Hopper, Burrower, Umbra. They've got all the cool chrysalis furniture recipes. The only reason I haven't bought all of them yet is because I don't want to farm for all that gold. So yeah. We're walking. Frost, can I ask you why you think universal, like just all school magic fit me better than shadow magic? Can I just ask the reasoning there? Now we are in Konda Desert, which fortunately we don't... A lot of the later areas have a lot of... Yeah. Actually, being universal, I might actually be able to pull that off in raids. Maybe. A key thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to farm spellements for crucial trainable school spells. Train up, upgrade one level of spellements, because when you train back, you get everything except what you upgraded in spellements back. So, by selectively upgrading certain spells with spellements, I can have key strategic spells from all the schools. Yeah. That's actually why I was wearing no equipment, actually. Unfortunately, there simply aren't enough training points in the game to learn every spell, but I totally would if I could. This is another one of those precarious areas where we might get pulled. But we are in the home stretch. We're almost out of Chrysalis. If we get there before the 2-hour mark, I'll go back to Daybreak for another... until we hit the 2-hour mark. How does that sound, people? Oh, this is an indoor area? Neat. We are almost there, chat. It's almost all through. This is it, the final bridge. We are officially in the Shadow Palace. And to prove it, we're going to take a picture with my main man, Grandfather Spider. Bam. We have walked all the way from the last wood, through the Moon Cliffs, through Bastion, through Silent Market, through Tyrian Gorge, through Fort Rockius, through Crescent Beach, through the ruined Alcazar, through the Radiance Reborn, through Sardonyx, through Conda Desert, through the Hive, finally to the Shadow Palace. We've done it, chat. We've met my follower goal. Thank you all for being here with me for it. I'm going to close out Wizard 101 and relaunch our hardcore survival world, Daybreak. So, let me just edit stream information. So we've switched our stream information back. Yeah, we did it, chat. Hooray us. Now, once we hit the 2 hour... So I'll be going back to Daybreak for until we hit the 2-hour mark. But we hit our follower goal, and we did it. I think I will include that in the upload of the VOD. But thank you all for being here with me for my follower goal. Let's go over to scene 4 and go back to Daybreak 11. We're apparently on our 8th day survived. Would you look at that? Okay. Oh god. Oh god, we're dying of thirst. Oh god. And my water's upstairs. Oh god, 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 oh god. Oh god. Immediately start dying. Water. Water. I need water. Water. Where'd my torches go? I threw my torches into lava. Oh god. That was scary. But we managed to survive that. So, where'd my other water bottles go? Please don't tell me in my hurry to drink them, I threw them into... My water bottles are in the lava. Sigh. Well, at least we got one water bottle. Is this dirty? Yeah. Needs to be purified. Let's purify that. I lost the bottles, yeah! So, since my inventory was full and it didn't have a space for the empty bottles, it had me throw them. I was facing lava. See what happens there? I also lost my torches, so... Yeah, I can make more. It's just 3 sand for 3 bottles. It's not that big a loss, but it's still sad nonetheless. I keep forgetting that when you eat food, your water deplenishes. So let's... Do I not have any sand proper? There we go. Sand. Smelt some sand so we can make some more glass bottles. No, it's not eating that. There we go. Is this all smelted? Yes. I'm gonna go over to the crafting table. Craft 3 glass bottles. Now we've got 4 glass bottles. Moon is setting. Sun is rising. Villager be bobbing in the water. Why didn't that stack? We got 10 minutes, chat. We can smelt the water. We can also get smelting some copper too, why don't we? Probably should have smelted that in the blast furnace. There we go. Don't you just love coal filters? We've smelted the water, or we've eaten some bread. Our bread and our water are all topped off. Nice. Oh, that beetroot's ready to harvest. We got bowls still? Yeah, we got bowls. How much beetroot we got? Let's make some beetroot soup. Just to have as backup emergency food. Larg. Would you say we've made a nice place for ourselves in Daybreak here? I think this might be the sort of level I wanted to be at before I went back to Wizard 101 vids. I think I'll go until episode 10, and episode 10 will switch back to... We'll do Crocotopia on the Locomoton only. Where's my sticks? Let's do that, that. There we go. Now we've got a bunch of torches. I think I'm... We've got 5 more minutes left on timer. So... So I have a question for you guys, chat. Do you want to see me stream on the Nocturnal SMP public server, or would you rather me keep my streams to my hardcore world and Wizard 101? Because I've been playing on that, and I was thinking I might stream more on that. What do you guys think? It's a public server, so you guys could join me if you wanted. Although it is a bit ruthless, so... What do you guys think, chat? Cool. Then, tomorrow's stream, I'll be doing some of Daybreak, and I might be hopping on that server. I'll post the IP in the top corner of the screen if anyone wants to join me there. That's the plan. I think I'm gonna call it here for today, chat. Even though we're not quite at the 2-hour mark. I feel like I've accomplished a lot today, and I think I'm good to sign off. So, thank you all so much for being here for my, I guess, follower goal stream. I hope you all had a great time here, and I'll see you again tomorrow.